Today we are going to learn Unit 2 of our Hari's book, that is the tsunami. So before starting the lesson, I would like to give you some advice that you have to sit along with your group so that you can understand the lesson properly and in easier way. So tsunami, the spelling of tsunami is T-S-U-N-A-M-I, but T is silent. We are not pronouncing it as tsunami. It's tsunami. Now, what is tsunami? You have heard this term so many times in your geography also, and in your day-to-day life also, that tsunami hit this country, and that country, and all. But what is tsunami? The tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquake under the sea. Now, why tsunami is happening? Why it is caused? Just because of the earthquakes under the sea. It is not due to the waves and the gravity and gravitational force. It is based on the earthquakes under the sea. Okay, so this is the tsunami. This is the normal term of tsunami. So let us start our chapter. 26 December 2004. This was the day a large wave of tsunami hit not only one country but also number of countries, dozens of countries. That it includes Thailand, many parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar, Tamil Nadu coast, and other countries also. So here in this chapter we are having life story of various people and their survival on this specific day. This chapter is divided into 3 parts. We will learn each part one by one. The first part is based on the survival of people who reside in Andaman and Nicobar at that time. So in first part we will have stories of Andaman and Nicobar's people, and in second story we will learn the girl who resides in Thailand, and the third one we will find out some answer of the questions which are asked in this chapter. They are related to animals and all. So let us start the chapter. Tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu seacoast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did anyone sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. Now, in the first paragraph of our chapter, we are finding some basic introduction of that tsunami which was occurred on 26 December 2004, and as I told you, it had hit Thailand as well as Andaman and Nicobar and Tamil Nadu also. So in the first paragraph only we are facing a question that did animals sense that tsunami was coming? Do the animals are having such kind of sense that something is danger around them? Is it so? Do they have sixth sense? So here we will have story that suggests yes, they did. At that time also they got the sixth sense, and they got the idea that something is not safe around them. So we will have that story at the end of the chapter, and we will get the answer of this question at the end of the chapter. Now we are starting with the first part. This is only the first part. Okay? These stories are all from Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Now what is archipelago? It's a group of islands. Okay. Now what is island? Island is a land which is surrounded by sea. Now group of islands are archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachar. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. The fourth story is of the man. His name is Ignatius, and he was residing at Kachal. Kachal is a place belonging to he was residing with his wife and his children. He was working in a cooperative society in Kachal. Suddenly, one day, on that particular day, 26th December day, his wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt earthquake. Okay, or suddenly someone in your family is feeling like something is shaking or tremors. If they are feeling at that time, they are alarm you. Okay, they make you alert that something is danger. So wake up. We have to rush out of the house. In the same way, his wife also woke him up at 6 a.m. and told what she felt. And then Ignatius was curious that not to get lost his television set, so that he put the television set on the ground because tremors will make it fall down. That's why he set the television set on the ground and they rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising in the chaos and confusion. Two of his children got hold on the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed into the opposite directions. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. Now here we are having idea that Ignatius and his wife had 5 children and they all were living together. Even his father-in-law and brother-in-law was also residing with them at that time. And when they felt that such kind of earthquakes, 2 of his children were there with his brother-in-law and father-in-law. One was holding hand of his father-in-law and one was holding on hand his brother-in-law. They both rushed into a different side and opposite side to save their lives, and they both swept away. Swept away, that means डूब जाना. एक लहर आई, एक सुनामी वेव आई और उनको वॉश करके लेके गई, swept करके लेके गई. They both swept away along with their children. His wife also swept away. His wife was also not safe. Only 3 children who were there with Ignatius were saved. So this was the story of Ignatius. In this part we will have 3 more stories. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachal Island of Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of his guest house cook John. Sanjeev jumped into the wave to rescue her, but they both swept away. Now, another story is of a man whose name was Sanjeev. He was a policeman. Somehow he was also walking in Kachal. Somehow he managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter also. But suddenly he heard the voice or cry of a lady who was his his guest house cook's wife, and he heard the cry for the help, and he was police officer, and as we all know, police officers are having duty to save people, and he was also that kind of man who performed his duty with the passion and all. So he jumped into the wave to save his cook's wife's life, but they both swept away. They both, Sanjeev and wife of John, was swept away. They both were not safe. Now, third story is 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a window. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Now, this is the story of 13-year-old girl, which is age only. Her name was Meghna. She was swept away along with her parents as well as 77 other people. She was floating on the wave 2 days because she was somehow she managed to climb up on wooden door. That's why she was floating on the wave, and 11 times she saw the helicopter, relief helicopters, rescue helicopters. She tried to ask for help, but nobody, she was unable, or she was failed to drag the attention of that rescue and relief helicopters people, and that's why she was unable to get help at any moment. As we all know, when the natural calamity is there, so many rescue operations are also taken place, right? So this time also that government has took place the rescue operation, and that's why they are having relief helicopters and rescue helicopters, and they are rescuing people, they are saving people from the wave. Those who are able to drag the attention of that helicopters, they are rescuing them. But Meghna was not that much lucky to drag the attention from the relief helicopter, and she was reached to the shore by the wave. When she reached to the shore, she was walking in a daze. Daze means in a shock. She was in a shock. She was not that much alert what she was doing and all. As we all know that when we lost someone, our near and dear, at that time we are not able to bear the loss of him or her. Here, Meghna has lost not only her parents, but also several people along with them. So she was in shock. The last story of this chapter, of this part, is of also a girl. She was 10 years old, and her name was Almaz Javed. She was studying in a school. It was in the Port Blair, and the name of the school was Convent High School. She was a 10-year-old girl. Her father had a petrol pump in Port Blair. Now, what is Port Blair? Port Blair is the capital island of the group of islands Andaman and Nicobar. Her mother Rahila's home was at Nankorwe Island. The family had gone to celebrate Christmas at Nankorwe. Now, what is Nankorwe? It is also island. Why they went there? Because they wanted to celebrate Christmas there only. Now, we all know that the day was when tsunami came. It was the 26th of December, and it is the next day of Christmas. So they were there at her mother's place. Now, what was happening on that day? When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Almaz's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. Now, tremor, again we are finding the word tremor. Tremor are shaking waves when earthquake is happening at the time. When we felt the shaking of the earth, it is called tremor. When tremor started, her father was the only person who was alarmed of this thing, because he had seen that sea water was receding. Now, what was receding? To moving back. And he got the idea that this water will come again with the great force. So he got the quick action and alarmed everyone. He told everyone about things which is going to be happening, and he tried to rush out of the house and drag the people of his family to the safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Now, what was happening when they were running to the safer place? Almaz having her grandfather, and he was aged person. Suddenly something had hit on the grandfather's head and he fell off. Alma's father rushed to help him, but suddenly one giant wave came and swept both of them away. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree, they too were washed away. Now again, this is the scene of Alma's mother and aunt. They managed to climb up on the coconut tree and they were calling Alma's to come near to them only, and Alma's went running to go and save herself also, but suddenly again one giant wave came and rushed out and washed away the coconut tree along with her mother and aunt. It was uprooted. That means कि उसको पूरा uproot कर दिया था, पूरा निकाल दिया था, जड़ से वो निकल चुका था coconut tree. इतनी giant wave. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it and then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Cambodia. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. Now, what was happening? Alma somehow managed to find out the log, the wood, and climbed up, and she fainted. She was unconscious at that time. After she was so tired and she was so shocked. That's why she fainted when she reached to end and climbed up the log of wood. When she opened her eyes, she was in the hospital in Cambodia. Cambodia is also a place belong to Andaman and Nicobar. She was there only. When she recovered from all this injury and shock and hurt, she brought to her native Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. Alma was totally shocked and totally traumatized. Now, traumatized means greatly in shock. She was in not that kind of condition to talk about or to discuss about this things to anyone. She is denying all the time when anybody asks about this incident. She was still in trauma. She was still in a shock of losing her loved one. So this was the first part of our lesson, and it is ended over here. Later on we will learn second part and third part also. But before ending the lecture, I would like to discuss this question answer which is given in your book. So let us check it out. It is true and false only. Ignatius lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and brother-in-law in the tsunami. Yes, this statement is true. Sanjeev made it to safety after the tsunami. This statement is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because Sanjeev was trying to rescue his cook's wife, and he jumped into the wave and they both swept away. So he was not alive, he was not safe. Meghna was saved by a relief helicopter. This statement is also wrong. This is also false statement because Meghna was managed to reach to the shore with the help of a wave. No rescue and relief helicopter saved her, and she was unable to grab the attention of a relief helicopter. Alma's father realized that a tsunami was going to hit the island. This is the true one, because the father was the only person who got the idea that this is the receipt of the water and it will come back with the great force. Her mother and aunt were washed away with the tree and that they were holding on to. Yes, this is the true sentence. One giant wave again came. It uprooted the coconut tree, and along with the coconut tree, her mother and aunt washed away. So this was the first part of our chapter. You will get another lecture of this lesson only in short time. Thank you.